We're live.
Yeah.
We're live.
Oh.
I said we're live.
Oh,
twice.
sorry. Hi, everyone. Remember hearing? I think I need to get my hearing tested. Good afternoon. We are doing disappearing half square triangles. So again, we're going along the theme of making a block and then changing it into something else. But before we do, just a few things. Did you know the sale had started on the website? I know some of you have, because Linda and I have been doing orders all morning. So it's interesting to see what you're all into. I wasn't sure whether we were going to do a daily deal with the sale on, but we thought, Linda and I thought, we would do these. Now these are like a canvas cotton. So we've got ducks, and cats, see? And we have dogs. Now I think that they are $9.50 or 10 probably £10 a metre. Again, not written on the bolt, so Sarah Jane has no idea. Normally I go there. So we're going to do these for £8 a metre. Okay, so they are extra wide, so they come up at so that's what, 23, 26, 27. They're about what did I say, 23, so that would be 46. They're about 50 wide. Okay, you know me and maths. If I haven't got my till or a calculator, it's on the fingers. So did you want to take that in? Oh, mind the water set. Take that in. You see the dogs? I mean, they're good dogs. They're not spooky or anything. And then the cats. These would be really cool on the back of a quilt. They actually quilt beautifully. We've got one with a map on it, and I've put it on a quilt, and it's been just amazing. And then there's the ducks. I do like this one. This one looks fresh and clean and everything. So using it for bags or on the back of quilts. You could use it in a quilt, but it's not. I don't know whether you could fussy cut it and put it in the middle. It'd be perfect for that because there's quite a good deal around it, a space around it. Okay, so I'm going to put those on for £8 a metre onto the website. I don't even know if they're on there, so that would be worth checking. So who have we got coming to play today?
We've got Sheila, we've got Natalie, we've got Jan, Heather, Linda. That's it.
What do you mean, Linda? Why aren't you working, woman? We only see some names, so there could be loads of you there that we never get to say hello to. So we would just like to say hi and thank you ever so much for all your support. It's been amazing. So, half square triangles. Now you all know what a half square triangle is, don't you? One of the easiest ways of doing it is to make two squares. All right, these are 10 inches. I'm going to say 10 inches, but they actually, one seems to be bigger than the other. So I think cutting and sewing, the main things in quilting, are something that I'm going to have to deal with. So the pattern that I followed is easy peasy. It was on YouTube, and it was easy peasy disappearing half square triangles. Okay, not easy to say, but easy to do. So you start with your two 10-inch squares put them right sides together. Now I'm using a chambray because it was there and I liked it. One thing I would say about it is spray it. I would use the June Taylor one, the Starch Savvy. I would use this one because this one, each time you use it, it gives it more of a starch than the Easy Press. Easy Press sort of, or Best Press, relaxes it and makes it, well, it smells nice. They come in different flavours. But this one, it starches. The more you put on, you can like layer it. So if you're going to use the chambray for quilting, then I would definitely give it a couple of squirts of that, because it's a very soft, beautiful material to use, but it's very soft and floppy. Right, so you put your two squares right sides together. Then you draw a diagonal line from, for me, top left, bottom right, always has been. So draw a line, and then you're going to sew 1/4 inch from the line. Okay, so I've done one, we're going to go and do the other one. Now, the pattern says you start with a 10-inch square, then you cut them down to 9.5, and then so on and so forth. I couldn't cut mine at 9.5. I had to cut mine at 9 because the maths wouldn't work with 9.25. So I cut mine down to 9, which seems to be an awful lot of wastage. But I think, well, some of them would do it and some of them wouldn't. And I think it's because I'm a bit slapdash at this stage. I don't go slow enough because I'm just sewing from there to there and there's a line and I just follow the line. But I don't think I'm working on it straight enough. I think my line goes a bit wobbly. I don't know how to change that. The only thing I can think of is to cut it on the line and do it as a triangle and use my 1/4 inch foot with the guide. That seemed to be a lot better. I have to be honest, I quite like using it with just a normal foot. But I think if you're going to have to work hard on the sewing, then I might have to rethink that and do it with the guide. I did it with the guide on the line and I had a guide. It was a lot easier. So we're going to cut this now. I've sewn on both sides. So you're going to sew from quarter of an inch from the line and then cut up the line. All right. So you end up with 2 half square triangles. Now with my pattern I'm doing it in 4s, but I've got processes, so we'll see. Right, with this I would iron to the chambray because I've done all of them that way. Okay. Any questions there, Drew?
No.
No.
Linda did say she shut the shop, and then she said no, multitasking, of course, working and watching.
Right, so you can see we've got our half square triangle. Now, I saw Sarah's, I saw her square, there it is. Cheers. Okay, so again, you're going to follow the 45-degree line. So I'm going to put that, which is not easy because it's on red, so I have to keep moving it up. Now this one I could cut at 9.5 because I took care on it. It's amazing what happens when you do that, isn't it? But because all my others are cut to 9, I'm going to cut this one at 9 as well. Okay, so my 45-degree line goes down the middle, I think. Just checking, because like I said, I can't see it. Okay, so I'm going to go up and along like that. Do that. So now I've cut one corner off. I can now measure up and put my 9 by 9 corner on the tidy corner. We have a tidy corner. Okay, so there we go. Right, so I have a 9 by 9, and because I'm doing 9 by 9, I've changed my sizes. The sizes on the little video said you cut 2.5 inch, but I'm going to have to cut 2 1/4, just purely and simply because of the I've had to cut them down. It was either that or sew more, and I really had one of those days yesterday and I didn't want to cut anymore. So using the 2.5 inch ruler, I'm going to cut it at 2 1/4. Now I did think afterwards I could have just carried on and cut it at 2.5. It would have just made my middle square a bit smaller, but my maths then at that time. So I've cut 2 1/4 that way. I'm going to cut 2 1/4 on each side. Okay. Now the mat I'm using is a Matilda Zone. It's not a cheap bit of kit. We don't stock it. I bought it from, is it Cowslip Designs? If you go into Malvern, into the marquee where we normally are for the spring one, she's always over by the door, and she does those beautiful daisy quilts. I mean, stunning, really stunning. I bought it off her, right, because she imports them from Australia. Matilda, yeah, see where it's going there? Okay, so we now have all of these pieces. Okay. Nope, that's not cut quite right. Okay, so you have all of these pieces, and we have, I think if I'd have been cutting it at 2.5, those wouldn't have happened, but they happened on nearly all my things. So, okay, so as in with a disappearing 9 patch, you would just start turning bits. Now I'm going to turn all my half square triangles that were left. I'm just going to turn them round like that. Okay, and that's going to be my new block. Now again, play with it. If you wanted to, you could play with this. You know, you could swap those as well.
I was going to say that, swap those ones around.
Swap those as well. Or you could this is where you have to think now of whether it's going to make one of those patterns. You could do that type of thing. Do that there, that one there. That would come out a completely different pattern. Okay, but this is the one I did. So you would then sew that one to that one, and that one to that one, and that one to that one. Okay, and then you would sew all those like that. Okay, and then sew these together. All right, you don't need me to do that. If you've been doing this, you know how to do that. Okay, so yesterday I was sewing all of them one at a time. They're not really, the half square triangles you could do chain piecing. This is not really made for that. You might get lost. You could, if you're not the type to get lost, then chain piecing, you could cut them all and then go from there. Okay, so that's that. They come out like that. Okay, so you were looking at it that way. All right, so it comes out like that. So then you're putting them together. So you could do it so that you have, let's get rid of this now. So you've got these little corners. By putting them so that they're opposite, you could do a different, you know, a pattern like that, where you're using two different colorways, or you could use, which one am I moving? This one. Let's go for a whiter one. So you could use 4 different ones. Okay, it's limitless what you do. I've actually put 4 together, and that's how it would come out. Okay, you're frowning. You all right?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Any comments?
Yeah, I just read Andy's comment, and she just put swastika pattern. Well,
Well, it's not really. It's a windmill. But I can see what you mean. Do you know originally that the swastika is a really old one, and it's been turned round from a Buddhist. There was a Buddhists use the same symbol. I can't remember what it stands for, but it's the opposite way to a swastika. And that's, you know, but think of it as a windmill. I've got cherries and windmills. Right, so should you want to go further with this pattern, which one's the 2s? Those are the 2s, aren't they? I started cutting and found out that 2 of them I only had the 2. Right, so that could go there, and then where are we? That would go there. So you would just build up your pattern. You know, this is really your choice from now. Ha! Making Drew move.
my chair got stuck on the wire behind me, so
Trying to get away. Do you see? I'm quite liking this. I loved the chambray. I love the look of the chambray. It drove me mad because of the floppiness of it. I did swear a little. That's not going to work there, is it? I need that to go there. That's right. So that one has to go, yeah, there we are, like that. Can you see how it's going to build up? I quite like that. So really, your half square triangles are, the pattern is as you want to make it. You just keep turning and trying it. There's no reason why you can't add something to here. You could make this into you know, one of these. You could sew another bit onto it, which will create a new block all together. There are different ones out there. They cut them differently. You know, you don't need to cut them the way I did. You could cut it slightly differently, and that would change the pattern again. So any questions?
Linda says looks very effective. Mum said love this block, looks cool. Sonia really likes the pattern as well. But no more questions. No questions.
And just think, everything is 20% off on the website. So you can't make it in these fabrics. I'm sorry, I found them in my stash. I've obviously made something in them because they weren't whole pieces or anything. There was just bits. So I love this range. This I'm not a big red fan, but I thought it really went well together. So thank you. Anything else?
No, it's fine.
Oh, well, that's 20 minutes. I'm not doing very well, am I? Obviously, I have too many step-ups. My brain is... I'm on Hachanza on Saturday, and my brain is still thinking step-ups. So rather than make the block from the beginning, I did step-ups for you. So, you know, that's how it goes. Did anybody want to know anything else? Do you want to know anything about what's on the website? We've had new Lewis and Irene pre-cuts in. I didn't think they were doing them anymore. So, but they are beautiful. So perhaps Sarah can show you those tomorrow. She's back from holiday tomorrow. I've missed her. Don't tell her that, but
she's watching.
Oh, shucks. So that's it. Do you know, I watched I doing it again, his finger keeps going towards the button. I watched some of the YouTube videos. I say and okay and right, let's sew. I'm really going to work on that. I have to try not to do that, but you do it automatically. And I don't know, perhaps Scotch eggs. Linda bought me a Scotch egg, or Brian did. Maybe that's what it is. I just feel like I need to talk today. So should I lie down on the settee and talk? Anyway, I'm wittering. I'm going back to work because you're all making orders, and there's Huchand orders there, and I think...
Linda just say something. She said, get back here then and do some orders.
I thought I might have a lie down on the settee first. I'm off. So Sarah will be back tomorrow. I have no idea what she's doing tomorrow. But I'm sure she'll tell you all about her holiday, and she'll have the Lewis and Irene to show you, and it'll just be nice to see her back. So I'll see you later. Bye.